Good morning, Kenny. Can you hear me?
Christy, what's going on?
Not much. How are you today?
I thought my head wasn't gonna explode yesterday from the Ignite overdose.
I hope that means that's a good thing, that it was
Uh,
going to explode from positive stuff.
yeah, explode with positive stuff. There you go. You know how to. You're a spin artist. I got to learn this.
You're so funny.
I really enjoyed the last tech time where you went all the way through like the whole workflow of like a contract, like from start to finish. That was amazing. I've never seen that done in that kind of depth and just like click, click, click. This is what you do. Like, so I'm looking forward to this one.
Good. I'm super excited too.
All right. So
I love
are
this
you like
Ignite.
you said your husband was a tech guy, or did you guys like meet in tech school or something?
No, he actually, when I met him, he was um, he was in law enforcement, or well, actually, we
Right.
met in college,
Right.
and he wound up going back to school after we got married, and he was in law enforcement and decided that he wanted to do computer forensics. So
Right.
he did computer forensics and got his computer degree, and then went back again and got his CISSP, which is like, apparently, not that I know any better, but like the big dog of computers. And then he went to, we have a friend, let's see, all right, it's saying that my sharing is paused. Let me see if I can do it again. Why is my sharing paused? Um, he got an offer to go work for Price Waterhouse Coopers.
Right. Right. The big accounting
So,
people.
yep, the big accounting firm. So he actually is one of their senior cyber defense managers. So he has a global team that does nothing but cyber defense.
So you can quit anytime, is what you're saying, because that sounds like a big pile of cash.
No, it doesn't work like that's what happens when you have teenage daughters.
Right, right. Gotcha, gotcha.
But anyway, guys, today for Tech Time, what I'm going to do, and I do apologize that it's a little bit loud behind me because I am here today in downtown Covington. I'm going to do my Tech Time virtually. But what we're doing today is we're going to go through actually some of the reporting that you can pull up, kind of like we talked about earlier, and how you can use this reporting to help you with your buyers and sellers, or in any kind of you go to really show them what's going on in the market and how you can become an expert in the market. So the first that we're going to do today is we are going to look at Georgia MLS. Can everybody see my Georgia MLS? All right, let's see.
Yes.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, I see it.
Log into Georgia MLS on your main screen. You're going to want to go to report. All right, now these are all the reports that Georgia MLS can generate for you automatically. You can technically go into Paragon, but I like the Georgia MLS format because it's easiest. You will see you can do market by zip code, active area market, so many different. We're going to show you 3 of the easiest ones to communicate to your buyers and sellers. The first one is sold analysis by location, and I will tell you. Sold analysis is going to show you by price point the sell through in a market. So, for example, what is somebody give me an MLS, Georgia MLS area that you work?
McDonough.
Okay, so give me that, like, give me the code for the Stockbridge area. Like, for instance, let me show you what I mean when I say code. All right, so you can see the different counties have a code. So if we go down to
it looks
Henry
like it's
County.
211.
Yes. So if we go down to Henry County, you'll see it's 211. Okay. So we want to go to 211. So we take you 6. Specification there. I'm just going to go. Now, what's up? It's pretty amazing. This is the price range. This is the number that have passed 6 months. These are the average days on market for what is sold, the average list price to sell price ratio, what is for sale on the market for what's for sale right now, and the months of supply. So I'm going to go to our average. Our average in Henry County is between 155 and 5. That's our the average price. This number of sales in the last 6 months: 349, 357. Let's take 175 to 200. 21 days is the average days on the market. 98.9 is the average list price to sell price ratio. That means if you had a home priced for $1,000, it would sell for $98,900. That's fantastic. Look at this one, 99.1. So if you had that house listed at $100,000, it would sell for $99,100. These are amazing percentages, guys. Great percentages. There are 25 units for sale right now. The average days on the market of what's for sale right now is only 31. And look at this. If we did not list another property in 0.4 months, which means in less than a month, they would all be gone. Now, how do you guys think this could help a buyer or seller?
That's everything they want. They wanted to sell quick for highest price.
Absolutely. Now, here's another great thing. Let's say you have one of those nice little stubborn, and we're going to go up here. You have a little stubborn buyer. or stubborn seller. It happens, doesn't it? And you have a seller that says, my house is worth $475,000. And you're like, you know what, Mr. Seller, I really appreciate that. But let's look at what the numbers say. If you listed your house at 450 versus 475, look at the difference. Look at the difference in how many properties have sold and how many properties are on the market and how many properties you're competing with in months of supply. Look at this. 1.9 versus 4.2. Do you think it's worth $25,000 to get your house sold in what? Look at the difference in sales. What do you guys think?
That's great.
Do you see how that could definitely help persuade that seller to list at a more reasonable price if they were a little bit stubborn about their price point?
Definitely. And then the numbers do the talking for you. Show them the numbers. It's like you don't really have to say much after that.
Absolutely. Absolutely great about numbers and why because this speaks for itself right here. Here's what's also amazing. You see this? You can email this directly to people. Now, granted, I print this. I actually put this in my listing packet. I actually take this and hand this to my seller. Or on the flip side, I hand this to my buyer when we go out and look. And I'm like, do you see this number right here? If you like a house, you better buy it today. Because you know what? It's not going to be there tomorrow. We ain't playing.
That's what
Right?
Emanuela was saying on her training. She was saying, you know, you guys might need to be prepared to make an offer on some stuff you hadn't even seen yet.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. So that's the first report. The next report that I want us to talk about, let's get back to the front, is year-over-year statistics, okay? And I'll tell you what, there again, we'll take 211. And I'll show you the biggest reason I use year-over-year statistics. Because if you want to become an expert in the market, which we all do, we want to be able to competently discuss what's happening in our backyard. So you can actually see here, do you see our big dip? This is our big dip in listings, which we know that. We have a very big shortage in listings right now. Yes, we had COVID happen, but I think even if COVID didn't happen, we would still see the shortage in listings. Now, here's what I want us to look at. All these people that say, well, COVID's happened, the business is horrible. I want you guys to look at this. This is just Henry County. Yes, it was down in March. That's when COVID started. We took a hit in April because everybody was quarantined, right? May 2020, 510 pending sales, 459 pending sales. June, 567, 432. So we were working in May and June. Do you guys see that?
Yep.
Yes.
No, I don't understand. Can you explain it to me
Okay.
again? Where are you looking at the pending? How you know those are pending sales?
Okay. Pending sales means that you're going out and writing contracts and things are going under contract. All right. And I'll tell you why we look at pending sales sometimes versus closed units. Because we're going to have less units sometimes because we have less on the market. If we don't have the houses for people to buy, they can't buy houses. Does that make sense? But when you
Yes.
see pending sales, this is what that we as real estate agents are out there working. We're working with the buyers that we have. We're selling the houses that we have to sell. That's showing you that what we have to go under contract is going under contract.
It'll
But even
also
if you
tell you
look-
what it'll also tell you what the future month is going to look like. Like if you see a lot of pending in July, so you're gonna have a big month in August too, even though the numbers hadn't come out yet.
Well, if you look at it and think, look at the difference between July pending sales this year versus last year. And August was less than July. So I think that means August is going to be even better. Now, with closed sales, we saw a decline in closed sales in May. But the difference is we had a decline in May in closed sales because when do people close? 30 days after they put it under contract. So if you don't have people putting it under contract in in April, they can't close in May, right?
Right.
But look at this. I want you to look at July. Look at the increase purchasing. We're up 19% year over year in Henry County alone. Wow, a 20% increase in a pandemic. Who tells me we don't have business out there? This is the information you should be sharing with your customers and clients. This is what you put out there on social media. You guys know you can click this, you can go in and you can screenshot this, and you can put this sucker on your social media and tell people it is a fantastic time to buy and sell real estate. Do you understand how amazing the market is? Because look right there, and that's all right there for you guys. So congratulations. How awesome is that? All right. So you guys see how you could really make a impact your customers and clients? Some of you a little shocked at those numbers?
No, not at all. You had that pent up demand. People were waiting. They were sitting on the sideline, and like what you said, those months, you had a lot under contract. The next month, there was really, you were closing all those deals. And like I said, I think August is going to be a huge month too.
Right. Absolutely. The last one, now granted, like I said, all these are great. The last one I'm going to show you is market absorption rates. And I am a dork. I love to know absorption rates, which means how much is your market able to absorb of what's going on within the real estate listing and selling market. All right. So this is what and you'll see why I appreciate this. This is a year, this is 6 months, this is 3 months. Well, we know we had a pandemic, right? But look at this. In the last 12 months in Henry County, we closed 4,572 transactions. Average properties sold per month, 381. That's in a year. In the last year, there was roughly 511 average on active and 1.3 months of supply. For 6 months, 2,445, 407.5, 511. That's our, current active. Look at this in 3 months. 3 months in one county. 1423. 474.3 is the average property sold per month. We've sold more properties per average in the last 3 months than the last 12 months. We only have 1.1 average months of supply. How exciting is that? Oh my gosh, if you at all get excited about real estate like I do, I'm such a nerd. I think this is like the most exciting thing ever because this really shows you we are at the peak right now to make our mark in real estate business. You guys are at the peak right now to really grab a hold of market share. It may not be here in a year. Grab a hold of this market share right now. All right. So enough about that. Georgia MLS. I think Georgia MLS is a great place to get those numbers. Another great place to get those numbers is Georgia MLS. Now, I don't know if you guys knew, but we are all members of Georgia MLS and the National Association of Realtors. Georgia MLS website is garealtor.com. If you go to members and you go Wow, that just went crazy, didn't it? And you go to member resources and you go right here to the Georgia Housing Indicators. You will need your NERDS number, and I have automatically saved mine in there. I also have it saved in my phone. It will bring you up to the screen that they update when the numbers come out nationally. You can click to access the portal. Here again, you can look every single county in the state.
What did you say?
Can you just go? I missed one part.
His
I
name
know
Mark.
you put in your GeorgiaRosa.com. Where did you put your NARDS number?
It'll automatically pop up when you put in Georgia Housing Indicators. It will automatically ask you for that. So,
Go the other way. Go the other way.
so you can do a drop down, or you can select the little county right there. I selected Henry. Most recent time period, or you can go all the way back. But obviously we're going to do the most recent, which is July, and I'm going to view the report. Guys, you can download this sucker, cut it up, put it on your social media, share it with people. This is the bomb. All right, report come up. It's not cooperating with me, is it? Report, come on.
This one was about lunchtime.
Hold on now. All right. We'll do it the long way and see if maybe it just would rather me do this. There we go. It just the drop down. All right, Bricks, Henry County. You've seen these tricks, but this actually takes everything from Henry County, Georgia, and FMLS. So they may be a little different. New listings, pending sales, closed sales. For July, up 20%. Look at that. And this is single family, and this is townhome condo. They break them up. Shows you graphs. I love me some graphs. Look at that. Single family. 2012 and goes up to January of 2020. It shows you the 12-month rolling calculations. Average days on market. They've gone up just a little bit, but not bad. Look at this, inventory of homes for sale. You want a good reason to tell your seller to put their home on the market? That's what it was in 2019. Look, that's what we've dropped almost 400 homes, almost 50% of the inventory has declined. How crazy is that?
Hey,
So
Christy.
that's one marketing update. You also have.
Hey, Christy.
Yes.
If you have a second sometime in the presentation, can you go over a little bit? The supply, what's going on with the inventory? Why is it that it's low? We talk about it so much, but what's driving that?
Well, I think we have a couple of different factors. I think one of the biggest factors is that we have low supply because for the first time in a long time, people aren't moving because they're working from home. Where we see that people are moving is they're either moving from the cities to the suburbs, and I think we're still going to see some more of that. I think that's why you're seeing a lot of home sales in the Henry County area, because now that people aren't having to live as close to their jobs, I think they're coming out a little bit further. You know what I'll do is I'll actually look. NAR had a great article on this about why the inventory seemed to be lower. I will actually pull that article and get it sent out to everybody because I think it is a really good article about some of the different reasons. One of them was, you know, we are staying at home, kind of sheltering in place. People are kind of keeping where they are. A lot of other ones where, you know, people are deciding to do more home renovations than they are trying to move. So I think there's a couple of different factors. One of the biggest ones is people have so much equity in their home now. They're just staying. So I think there's a couple, Kenny, and that is a great question. So I'll get that article sent over to you.
Yeah, thank you. Just from being on the ground in McDonough, when I drive around, all I do, I see the trucks carrying wood and new neighborhoods going up everywhere, but I guess it's just not enough just not enough new homes coming in.
Hi, Chris. Hi, guys.
Yes.
Hi, Christy. Good morning. I was thinking, just to what Kenneth was saying, that I've had in my head that maybe it's because interest rates have been so low over time and people can actually better afford their home now. So they're actually enjoying the low mortgage payments, enjoying being at home, etc. What do you think?
I think that is absolutely another reason. I'll be the first to tell you that I'm looking to refinance my home because interest rates are now at a 2.85. That is
Wow.
unheard of. That is nationally the lowest it has ever been.
Wow.
2.85. How crazy is that?
I'm looking, Chrissy, to do either sell or refinance as well.
Yep.
You know, I want to cash in because my home is now well below 100,000, like in the 80s, and then you know, the area has gone up so much. I've seen Mark Spain came in here, listed a home, a tiny little home, much smaller than mine, for like 275.
Yep.
And
Well,
I'm like, wow.
I will tell you where my mother lived, because we are selling her home. When the neighborhood started, because I had lived in the neighborhood, I purchased a home in that neighborhood in 2014 for 120. I think I financed 127,000, 128,000. Her home is listed on the market today for 189.9. How
Wow.
crazy is that? Her home is 1,600 square feet. It has 0.12 acres. Yes, I did say 0.12 acres. She can lean out her kitchen window and have a conversation with her neighbor without yelling.
And she can
Awesome.
grab the mail. She can open her window and grab her mail. Just stick the hand out the
Absolutely, she
window.
could.
Just,
She absolutely could. It is one of those situations that, you know, it's supply and demand. It's what we learn. When the supply is there, you know, when the demand is there from buyers, the supply is not there, the price goes up. So, you know,
yeah,
we
say
have
if
to be
demand
conscientious.
goes up, but if supply stays about the same, then it's not enough.
Yep.
You know, you got to have that equal amount of more
You
supply
do.
to go up in the same proportion, or it's not going to work.
You absolutely do. That is correct. 100%. So the last report is the housing supply overview. This is the one for Georgia. So you can kind of compare what Henry County is doing with the rest of the state. So you can kind of see some quick facts. 17.1, 8.8, 29.8. That's 300 and above, 4-bedroom townhome. Pending sales, days on market, median sale price. So, you know, it just goes through so many great reports. And then of course, I love this one. This is the yearly report, the annual report that comes out, how we're doing overall as a state in the housing market. And this was last year. So you can really see how we've done overall, the change between 2008, 2009, and then today. And the association always has these up. So you guys always take a look at and go through because it's a great because you can pull up any county. You know, you can go and pull up one county and they're different. So you're looking for different buyers and sellers in different areas, and look, Sequoia's the same thing. Look at that. We're down 45% in Henry County. for inventory of homes down 47. So you can be very educated and competent in speaker buyers and sellers. And guys, these reports are at your fingertips every single day. So I hope this helped you just a little bit. And I hope that you can use this moving forward. I am going to put this Zoom up on our YouTube channel at KW Stockbridge on YouTube. So if you need to go back and take a look at it today, please do so. And I thank all of you for coming to Tech Time today. I hope you will hang tight and be on team meeting in the next 30 minutes. And I hope you guys have a fantastic day. And for those of you,
Thank you,
Christy.
Christy.
I had a couple of you that asked about my wonderful background. You can actually download this from KW. If you go to KW Connect, you can download pretty cool different backgrounds for Zoom, and you can see I added the KW our KW logo for Atlanta Partners because I'm a nerd.
That's cool.
All right, guys, have a good day.